Hey there everyone, welcome on back to the Cars Garage, and to the 9th day of the 12 Cars of Christmas. We're really ramping up now, getting very close to Christmas Day, and I have quite an exciting diecast to show you guys today. And it's actually not really too Christmassy, but he's one car that's appeared in almost every, almost all the Cars movies, and pretty much every extended line of Cars, whether that be the video games or like other books or things like that. This character, he was in it. So we're gonna be taking a look at him today. So without any further ado, let's just tear open this nice little Christmas present here. It is green, so it matches its color. Let's see who we get. So of course today we're going to be taking a look at the Cars 3 version of Chick Hicks, the main antagonist of, well, more of the first movie, but also more of a minor character in Cars 3, but still he made his big return. And of course this one is known as Chick Hicks with headset, this diecast, only ever released one time in 2017 as a single and in a 2-pack with Natalie Certain. But other than that, really this version of Chick hasn't gotten a release ever since then. In 2018 though, he was released with rubber tires, but it was actually different because it didn't have the headset, so that was a kind of a cool release. And it's pretty rare too nowadays, but this one I don't believe is rare. But anyways, he's a nice green color, so I thought it would be fitting for the 12 Cars of Christmas series as we make our way very close to the big 2-5 Christmas Day. But of course, this version of Chick, when Cars 3 first was announced and I heard Chick Hicks was actually going to be in the movie, I was extremely excited, because he's one of those characters. He just kind of defines the franchise and everything. Of course, he was the main villain of Cars 1. He had a huge role. He almost, he destroyed the king on his big crash. I guess we should thank him a little bit just because he made that amazing diecast of Damage to King. But in a way, of course, that was just an iconic scene, of course. But he's never been a fan of Lightning McQueen in the video games, the movies, no matter what. Even in Cars 3, he still holds a grudge on McQueen, and he really has no reason to, other than McQueen, obviously when he first met him, he was pretty cocky and arrogant. But in Cars 3, McQueen is not like that anymore, so I'm not really sure why Chick still holds a grudge on him. I guess he's just jealous of him, probably, for being a nice guy, because Chick, of course, is not. He's always been the villain, always portrayed as one, no matter where he's appeared. And like I said, he's appeared in all the video games, I'm pretty sure. Many countless extended like books and things like that. There's a couple that are more iconic that he appeared in, like I think Crash Course was one of those. He's always trying to bring like each book or video game he's in, he always has like a new friend, not really a friend, but someone else to try to beat McQueen because he knows he can't beat him himself. So yeah. He's just one of those characters. He's never going to beat McQueen, but he always tries. He always comes back. He's kind of like the big bad wolf, in a way, of the Cars franchise. But anyways, this version of Chick is quite different from his original Cars 1 release. I actually had the rubber tires version as well. But, also I do want to say, his model is actually a 1979 Shyster Kremlin, I guess. But on the Cars wiki page, it actually calls him a Buick. So he's not actually a Buick, I don't believe. But either way. So yeah, this is the same model. Pretty much, I would say. Actually, yeah, I think it's the exact same. Obviously his teeth are actually painted, so that looks nice. But in terms of decals, of course, well, he does have a new expression, of course. Not a new mouth, though. Just new eyes. Flat windshield, of course. This is from 2017, like I said. Not from Thailand. But on the front end, basically the only difference is all the HTB decals, HTB Hostile Takeover Bank, which was in Cars 1, that's who he raced for, of course, that was his sponsor. Of course he raced with the number 86, but yeah, in this version, basically everything that says HTB, including the little headlight there, is replaced with something else. Like, on the headlight you can see it's replaced with RSN, because of course, in Cars 3, that's where Chick Hicks works for. He's now basically a talk show host for RSN. He has his own show called Chick's Picks with Chick Hicks. Very clever little show. I love how Pixar kind of worked him into the story in a perfect way. He's just kind of there in the background. McQueen turns him on the TV once in a while. He watches the show and he's just making fun of McQueen for being old, basically. But funny thing is, Chick Hicks is way older than McQueen. So I always find that funny. But his number 86 on the side is pretty, quite a bit smaller, I would say. Of course, it needs to be to make this funny little line there. It says, former and forever. Get that zoomed in. Former and forever Piston Cup champion. Yeah, I wouldn't call you that, Chick. But he did win a Piston Cup, technically. One in 2006, only one. But he really shouldn't have won it. I don't know how he wasn't disqualified. I assume that was his last race in 2006 after, the end of the first movie. But I guess we don't know that for sure. He does have new tires too, his own branded Chick Hicks tires. Same rims, though. And of course, Chick Hicks' most iconic thing about him is, of course, all of his crazy amount of not bumper stickers, but I guess like secondary contingency sponsors. Because of course he just wants to make as much money as possible. And the more sponsors you have on your car model, the more money you're making from those sponsors. Of course, they're paying you. And Chick Hicks, he's all about that money. So, of course, it's funny that he has that many, and he still has them, even though he's not a racer. I found that very odd. Because I don't think they pay you unless you're a racer. But anyways, move that Chick to the back there. You can see another difference is the RSN logo in the back there. And it's weird that we have that's the Cars 1 RSN logo, and there's the Cars 3 RSN logo. Now, in every single Cars movie, the RSN logo is changed. In the Cars 2, in the Cars 2 movie, it changed once again. It's pretty much the same as the Cars 3 one. The Cars 3 one's just a little bit more slimmer, modern, I guess, to go with the next-gen style. So it's weird that Chick Hicks has that one on him. It's weird that he has both. I mean, you think you just pick one or the other, because on his headlight, it just has the old one. It's kind of strange there, but yeah, once again, HTB is gone. It probably went into business, because Chick probably gave it a bad name. I don't know what Hostile Takeover Bank really is, though. I'm assuming it's a bank for money. I'm not really sure, though. But it sounds like a bad company. And on the back, once again, we have the old RSN logo, Racing Sports Network. Yeah, but in the movie, well, we'll talk about that later, but Natalie Certain obviously appears on Chick's show, Chick's Picks, and he's also in the Cars 3 video game. He's pretty much the star of the video game, I must say. Cars 3 one. I didn't finish that one, but I'm almost done. I'm still working on it. But anyways, the back window, it's weird that it has no contingency sponsors anymore. They've all been removed. I don't know why. And on the back, you can see his name, Chick Hicks. He has his own logo now. It's cool how the letters are like coming out from the spoiler, like a 3D effect. Very Chick Hicks-like. He's very into himself, obviously. This side's pretty much the same. But I guess to take a closer look at some of his sponsors, most of them are just, I think they're all the same pretty much. I don't think they changed from the original Chick Hicks. But most notable one that's not actually one that appeared on one of the Piston Cup racers is the sludgy one. Let's try to find it. Well, there it is, hidden behind the headset there. I'm not really sure what sludgy is, but it's always been on Chick Hicks and not on any other race cars. Very odd. I believe all the other ones, like Mood Springs, Nitro Tank Coat, Leakless, Little Torquey Pistons, Rev and Go. I thought that one was different for a second, but no. Fiber Fuel, Easy Idle, Bumper Save, I see, Toe Cap, Shiny Wax, Full Wheel Drive. Yeah, there's a bunch there. No Stall. They're all the same, I'm pretty sure. But obviously the biggest difference is the headset, obviously. Very nice looking Cars 3 headset. When it first came out, it was brand new. I don't think we've seen that headset before. But as more diecast began to be released, we eventually saw it on Natalie Certain, and I believe Biz Torxon also. But of course it changes a little bit. Might be the same on, or no, not Natalie Certain. I meant to say Shannon Spokes has that one. But we'll compare him to her later. But of course it has a newer RSN logo on it for Cars 3. I like the yellow on it though. Definitely matches Chick Hicks color scheme, but yeah, this is a very cool diecast. Of course, his classic giant mustache grill. As you can see on the bottom, not too much going on. His date stamp does read 1097. So he was made in the 109th day of 2017. I believe this one was from the 2-pack. Or no, yeah, this one I actually got as a single. Remember, I got him and Sally at Toys R Us. Remember that? Actually, at the time, I never had a regular Sally, so I picked one up. I always just had a plastic version for some reason. I don't know why. But, anyways, to show him, I guess, another comparison, the only other Chick Hicks I have is the Dynaco one, because that's the only other one there is, I believe. Too bad we never got the transforming Chick Hicks, where it's half green, half blue. That would have been cool. But, I don't know if it was canceled, or it just never got released. I'm not sure. But this Dynaco one, of course, it was just in Chick Hicks' daydream, or McQueen's daydream, technically. When he's having a day nightmare, I guess. He's upset that Chick Hicks got to California first, obviously, in the first movie. Like I was saying, Shannon Spokes, who's another reporter for RSN. This one's made in Thailand, so it's a little different, but it's pretty much the same headset. It's supposed to be the same anyways. It's a cool antenna too, I forgot to mention. We've actually never seen an antenna on a headset before, I don't believe, before Chick, so that's cool. Hopefully it gets released eventually though. Just now in 2022, they actually released the regular version of Chick, but they put the Cars 3 artwork, so kind of strange there. But anyways, I do have the Mini Racer Cars 3 version. So far, the only Mini Racer Chick to be released. Actually, no, the Dynaco version was released too. They never released the Cars 1 version though, but he doesn't have the headset, so it's not the exact same, but it's same decals and everything, so that's cool. I think I actually got him before I got the Cars 3 Chick diecast. But of course, his partner in Cars 3, not really a partner, but Natalie Certain, the technical, what she called the stats technician, I don't know, but she calculates how fast the race cars, top speeds are and stuff like that. Anyway, she comes on Chick's show in Cars 3, and basically proves that McQueen stands no chance of beating Jackson Storm. And Chick Hicks, of course, he likes to hear the sound of that. He doesn't want McQueen to win, even if it's his final race. He doesn't care. He's not a very nice guy. But he actually got a new voice actor in Cars 3, too. I believe it went from Michael Keaton to Bob Peterson or something like that. I don't really know. I never heard of him. But, anyways, I guess that's it for Natalie. I guess we'll show him with his rival, Lightning McQueen. McQueen's never been a big fan of Chick, of course, because Chick's never been a big fan of McQueen. Why are we showing McQueen, though? How many times have I shown him in the past? Quite a few already. I've only made how many reviews? Not that many. But anyways, I guess we'll put him with his Piston Cup. Even though he doesn't deserve it. He does have one, and he's still gloating about it. Even 11 years later in Cars 3, he's still gloating about his one Piston Cup that he won, and that he doesn't even deserve to win. Because he obviously cheated a million times on that race. But anyways, I think that's all for the 9th day of the 12 Cars of Christmas. But tomorrow, of course, we'll have another one. And it should be a good one because it's day 10. That means only 3 more left now. Day 10, 11, and 12. And day 12 will obviously be on Christmas Day. So that'll be an exciting one. I don't know who it'll be yet, actually. Yeah, the last 3, well, this one and the last 2, I've actually picked myself. So no shout-outs given, that's why. I guess a shout-out to me, the Cars Crotch. But anyways, yeah. Merry Christmas, everyone. I'll see you next time on the Cars Garage.